Another component, and we talk about this a lot, another component to it all is what's called environmental social governance. And that is where a lot of big asset management firms on Wall Street will come in and say, okay, we're going to invest in you, but we're not going to invest in you. And it's because of environmental social governance. In other words, are you playing by the set of rules that we think you should play by? If you're not, then we're not going to buy your stock. And so this has had a big effect on a lot of companies. I mean, I was saying BlackRock has a stake in just about everything. That's the biggest ESG investor out there and happens to be the biggest asset manager as well. There was chatter, of course, did ESG investing have anything to do with Tucker Carlson's absence? I want to show you a meme. I want to show you this meme. This is great. One of you guys sent this to me. This is the new person that's going to take over for Tucker. How do you like that? Right? That person should be ESG compliant, right? That person should be woke enough. My gosh. I mean, I guess nobody cares about ratings or making any money. Did that have something to do with it? I doubt it. I mean, on the fringe, yes. I mean, I don't think Fox won any friends by having some of the stories that he reported on and others reported on being out there. All that said, I'm somewhat suspicious now that part of this really has to do with kind of a thread of thought that maybe they're in the management where they don't like Donald Trump and they need to get away from Trump. And so they want to try and have a different cast of characters that they can put forward, maybe to get back to some of that kind of old-fashioned conservatism that was popular maybe during the Romney-Bush times. Again, no inside knowledge. I don't really know. I'm just sort of grasping at straws here, trying to make heads or tails of why they're willing to see their ratings plummet. And by the way, these ratings have plummeted down 56% in the most recent numbers. It's really pretty startling. It's kind of like Bud Light, right? When you look at what Bud Light did to itself, and the sales numbers that just continue to plunge. It's a similar story over at Fox because you have a lot of people that were very invested in that 8 p.m. show. And they're like, no way, I don't want anything to do with it. When you look at Newsmax's ratings, my gosh, they're exploding, right? Every single night since this has happened, Newsmax, Eric Bolling over there at 8 p.m. is just really killing it. So it shows you that people are looking for something different. They're also looking, hopefully, for some other media sources, right? Which is why I'm here. I have my podcast. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I think that there's an opportunity there for people to still seek out viewpoints that are diverse. And as long as we can get through, and that's important, right? You want to make sure that we can all get through. Important to have that direct connection. As long as we can get through, I think that we can still have a pretty big influence, albeit a little bit more splintered, right, on society. The advantage Fox had was they were the only big conservative network. They were on every single day, and they had sort of a predictable lineup. And now people are saying, well, what is that lineup going to look like? And I think they're out there sampling, looking for new things and new people, because you want to have this sense that someone's there looking out for you. And there's a feeling right now that maybe that's not the case over at Fox.